catfishing. It's usually when people take on a fake persona online to attract romantic connections. But now it's taking on a new life at the office.
Yeah, though there's obviously no hidden camera crew to catch the culprits in action. A recent survey found 80% of respondents admitted to lying in a job interview. But they're not the only ones. Hiring managers have also fessed up to kind of fudging the truth with applicants.
For more, let's bring in mindset coach and speaker Laura Gassner Otting. She is also the author of Wall Street Journal bestseller Wonderhell. That is a great title for a book right there. Laura, good to have you with us. So we know catfishing in a professional setting seems strange off the bat because you really can't fake things like skills or a company's work culture, at least not for very long, as opposed to dating when usually you're just faking a few pictures. So how exactly are folks pulling this off?
Well, you'd be surprised at how often it happens. A lot of times it happens because we take these old job descriptions that we've had from before, even when our culture is shifted, and we just kind of slap on the new requirements for it. So organizations are putting out these job descriptions that are not relevant or no longer actually reflective of who they are. Some of that's laziness, and some of that's just because they have a lot of turnover and they can't actually tell you who they are and what their culture's like. And then on the job seeker side, it's because we're told to use terms like proven leader and results driven, and we're told to embellish what we have so we can get our foot in the door for the resume. But at the end of the day, both with organizations and with job seekers, the truth will out. And we're all sort of left, Warren Buffett likes to say, when the water goes out, the tide goes out, we see who's not wearing their pants. And at the end of the day, that's what we all find out.
And the other thing now, this kind of new addition to the conversation is AI, right? You talk about some of those terms, proven leader, things like that. I can imagine when you use AI, it probably ups that even more and makes us kind of complicated. Nearly 1 in 4 Gen Zers actually have said that they've used ChatGPT to try to land jobs to help them with those resumes, those cover letters. What are some ways that companies are trying to weed out AI-generated applications?
So I want to say first that I think it's smart to use AI to maybe brainstorm to get some ideas, but then you have to take the resume and look at it and figure out if it actually makes sense. So if you're an employer, you're looking at the resume and you're saying, do they say proven leader every single time? Do they say results driven every single time? Do they overuse these terms? Second, maybe look at the timeline. So if they say they have 15 years of experience here, but then they've only been in a job market for, they've had jobs for 6 years, that doesn't actually line up. So we see these inconsistencies, we see over perfection, we see overuse of terms that may or may not be relevant to them, to the job they're looking for, to the jobs that they've had. So when you start to see these inconsistencies, if it doesn't look right, if it doesn't smell right, it's probably not right. And the best thing that we can do as employers is to actually look through it as a human being, to ask follow-up questions, to go through, and when somebody gives us an answer, we actually ask how they did it and why they did it, not just what they did. And when we get underneath the covers of sort of what they've been doing and where they've been, we actually get to figure out if what's on the resume is real, and if the person who's presenting themselves to us in the interview is the person who's going to show up every single day for the job, because interviews and resumes are never indicative of reality.
So if you're looking for a job and you want to do this confidently, what do you do to feel like you don't have to lie? And we only have like 30 seconds here, so just give us your top tips.
Absolutely. What you do is you figure out, what have I done? What have I accomplished? Where have I done it? And then you present with that. What kinds of transformation, what kind of changes I made? And at the end of the day, the organization that's right for you will be the organization that's right for you. So if you try to push forward to a place you don't belong, it's not going to work out, and that's going to be damaging to you. So stay in what makes sense, and grow stepwise instead of trying to leap into something that's going to be more damaging in the end.
Very good. Start that process now. Laura Gassner Otting, great to have you with us. Great topic. Thanks for joining us.
Great to see you again.
Coming up.